Hey everybody, Simon here. I am the lead developer for Baroque Creations, and I am very excited to finally demonstrate what we have been working on for the last few months. This is all very early, so it's a work in progress, and things are subject to change, but here it is. This is a new version of QuadraDigger. If you are familiar with QuadraDigger, or if you're unfamiliar with QuadraDigger, it's a game where you place and rotate blocks, and the goal is to place them in such a way that they cause massive explosions and you dig down to the sin of the earth, like I just started doing right there in this nice little gameplay footage. The old version that we had, which was released last summer, was a browser game as a way to kind of test the waters and see if we could make a puzzle game that people would really enjoy, and because it's in a browser, it's very accessible. As it turns out, people really thought it was great, so we are going on full steam ahead and making a version that runs natively for mobile devices and for desktop, for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. And the new engine that we developed already works for all three, which is why we haven't... I guess all five if you include Android and iOS, but that's the reason why I've been kind of under the radar lately. It's because we've been developing this new engine and just sort of testing out some technology and making sure that it integrates with all the other games that we have. So as a side bonus, the other games we have, like Harmonia Tactics, also work on a mobile device now, which is pretty rad. Nonetheless, getting a bit off topic here, but this, as you can see, we have different visual styles for the game. We've added the ability to cycle through and select different themes. We have the tried and true Game Boy version of the game, which is the original QuadraDigger, and we have a Nintendo version, which was the natural next step. Just add in, I guess, a couple more bits to the color palette, and then boom, you've got a Nintendo. And this is an attempt at a more modern look to the game, and this isn't necessarily what we are going to ship with, and that's going to represent QuadraDigger in its final state, but this is nonetheless a very interesting theme that I like to play with. It's got kind of, it's called Crystal, and it's sort of space age, and it has all these sound effects that sound like a transporter, from Star Trek, which I like a lot. There are a couple other features already in the game that differ from I want to say Game Boy, that differ from the browser version. The animations are a lot smoother. When blocks fall, they smoothly accelerate due to gravity, and then they bounce happily on the ground before exploding once more. Right now, the gameplay footage is demonstrating something that is, at the moment, dubbed Hardcore Mode. If you will observe, the blocks are falling, but yet I am still playing the game. Rather, the blocks are exploding beneath my happy block that I get to control. The idea with this is to create a much more exciting version where you can have two people playing in the same board at the same time, or the same well, I guess you could call it, without pausing the action, or for those who just want to speedrun a game and just play it with absolutely no pauses whatsoever, which from time to time is quite fun. We have some interesting plans and some other various game modes that we want to put in. The two that are definitely on the table are one that we've dubbed Adventure Mode, which will be the same kind of game, but will have some hazard blocks and just some other kind of blocks that'll populate, like stone and lava and gems that'll give you additional points, some power-ups that you might find in the dirt, and there's a huge list of things that we want to put in. I won't put all of it in because I don't know it all at the top of my head, but it's big enough where we have to go through and test out a lot of things and see what works and see what doesn't, so you'll definitely be hearing more about that in the future. The other game mode that we want to have is a puzzle mode, which, rather than sort of a sandboxy, just go dig and have fun mode, you have a pre-designed board, a limited number of blocks, or a certain goal in mind, like destroy all of the dirt in under 10 seconds. There's only one place for this block to go that's going to destroy all of the dirt. Where is it? You have 5 seconds to figure it out. Things like that. It's also going to be a nice test bed to teach players how new blocks work when we start introducing that in adventure mode. I guess that's it. This is Simon signing off, and have a good one.